My name's Mitch Jones and I'm the creative director of Oozing Future, an alt circus company based in Naarm, Melbourne. So my research currently has been into directing, so I'm studying a Masters of Cultural Leadership at NIDA. Directing for circus is really unique. It's not like directing for theatre or choreographing for dance. In Australia, there isn't any postgraduate qualifications for people who are wanting to further their output in circus. It stops at the Bachelor of Circus Arts that's currently offered by NICA. So this year, in 2025, I've been collaborating with Yaron at Circa to establish a directing residency for emerging circus directors. And the kind of research paper that I'll produce out of this pilot project will help us understand the really key areas of difference between working in circus and working in other art forms. This project responds to the data contained in the Circus scan, which was a comprehensive review of our sector that came out in 2023. And it's designed to build pathways for mid-career artists to transition into new artistic roles. We know that circus artists often age out of the industry and it gets very difficult to keep working as you move into a different phase of your life where you have a family, where you have different financial needs. And that is a real problem because it means that we get this loss of creative knowledge. We get this loss of mature artistic input into the sector of people feeding ideas in from, a lifetime of experience. So this project that I've set up is like a pilot. It's a small scale testing of me being placed with Circa for 2 weeks. The impact on me as a director, so as a participant in my own project, has been immense and quite immediate because it's encouraged me to move through the anxiety that you feel when you're trying to create from scratch and invest in my understanding of process and really learn about how you can generate material out of process that you then refine into something that becomes a piece of performance. The impact of that kind of knowledge is huge because it instills confidence in the artist. Artists are expected to do so much in the current model of our industry. It's never enough to just be making the art. And so this project is really about trying to take away some of those external pressures and just put artists into a place where they're able to think creatively and not worry about the other stuff. Because we know that giving artists space to take creative risks is the greatest fertilizer for their growth. The next stage is for me to spend time deepening my research into what this kind of pedagogical model would need in order to support a diverse cohort of emerging directors with a model that is culturally safe and encourages gender, cultural diversity, linguistic diversity, so that we make sure that we're capturing the need for our sector to diversify. I think for an emerging circus director to go through a residency like this is that it massively grows the capacity of our sector to support people who are at different levels of their practice and people who come from different cultural backgrounds. In the future, I hope that this directing residency program will be able to be offered to a small cohort of 4 to 5 emerging directors from a diverse set of backgrounds. They'll receive mentoring, they'll receive masterclasses, and then they'll build towards a long-term residency where they're placed inside an existing circus ensemble, and they'll work with that ensemble as an assistant director or as a resident director to get to practice those skills of being in the room, because you can't read about it in a book and have a deep sense of what it feels like to be at the head of a room of 13 people. We often look to established voices that come from other sectors or even other countries to guide the progress of our circus narrative. I think that by introducing and upskilling new voices of people who come from different generations is essential to helping us devise and imagine better futures. And anything that we do to enhance the voices of artists, particularly young artists and particularly artists from culturally diverse backgrounds, anything that we do to let those people into the conversation meaningfully is going to start to see that pathway of possibility widen so that we can get back to something that is about making the world a better place, which seems like a very simple idea, but is also quite radical.